Hi everyone, and welcome to our discussion about our transcription project. With this project, it's going to be a culmination of everything you've learned so far this semester. So we have went through consonant transcription and vowel transcription, whole word transcription, and connected speech transcription. This is going to be multiple sentences in a conversation to give you an idea of what it sounds like to transcribe utterance after utterance and again, a conversation. This video clip that you will watch is between my son and I. My husband was driving and I was in the front seat, and I videotaped a little conversation exchange between my son and I. And so you're going to see him in the car seat, and you'll hear my voice, but you won't see me on video. With this transcription, you'll see here there's a total points of a total possible points of 100. It is due on December 12th by 11:59 p.m. And as far as the description, what you're going to be doing is you're going to listen to a connected speech sample from Liam, my son, and myself. It's a 39-second video, and you're going to be transcribing everything in that 39 seconds, both between myself and Liam. You will also notice some articulation errors, which we'll be talking about in the discussion portion of this assignment. You will be using IPA transcription. You will just be using narrow transcription, broad transcription. You won't have to add diacritics to this, although you may try. It's not going to give you any additional points, but it could be practice before the final exam. Each utterance that either myself or Liam says, you will be transcribing on a separate line. The easiest way to figure out an utterance is going to be every time someone takes a breath, or there would be a period in the sentence normally, then start a new line. We don't use punctuation with IPA. We don't use exclamation points or question marks necessarily. We just put them within the brackets or the slash marks, and you can choose either for that assignment. It's okay. Know that normally we would use the brackets for narrow transcription and the slash marks for broad transcription. With this assignment, you will transcribe again each utterance on a separate line, and then you're also going to be identifying who is talking, and you'll see that below in the example. So each speaker's names needs to be identified and bolded, but don't bold the entire transcription. So just bold their name, then you would have the transcription, go down to the next line, and either it's the next person talking or it's the same person, but just an additional new utterance, okay? Make sure that you are transcribing how both Liam and I are saying the words, not necessarily how you would say them or how you expect to see them or say them, excuse me. You will see this is the link to the video, and I'll just kind of switch over. So you'll see here Liam is in his car seat. It is 39 seconds. I'm not sure why it says 38 here. However, it is a very short clip, but there is a lot of talking. And so you will go through that and transcribe. Here's a couple things as you're going through. This document, the 2018 Transcription Project Template and Rubric, this is the document you are adding your transcription and your discussion to. So I don't want you to open a new document. Use this because it will help me for grading purposes. You're going to save this document with your last name, comma, first name, dash, transcription project. Don't save it in any other format or you will lose points for that. Don't delete any information from this document. Just add what you need to for the transcription and the discussion. You'll also need to add your name at the top of each page. You'll see that. and then you'll transcribe and upload this by 11:59 p.m. on December 12th. With the transcription, you will see, here's an example. You would have the person's title, so you could say Miss Boyce or you could say Mom, either is fine. As far as identifying who the speaker is, that would go here in bold. And then you have in brackets or in slash marks what is actually said. And then the next line. Now let's say the boy said, I like ice cream. And here it says the girl says, I like cake. But let's say the boy also says, I like cake. Since that's a different utterance, you would just do boy, title again, and then what he said. So even if the boy is saying multiple things, make sure to identify that the boy is the one that was talking the entire time. You may place brackets around each utterance or each specific word. So it could be like this as well instead, so you could have them around every word. Just know that typically you're going to have brackets around the whole utterance rather than each word, but either is acceptable. Okay. On the next page, this is where you will type your transcription. Obviously, as you type, you may need more room, and that is okay. It's going to push the discussion down. That is okay. You're welcome when you're done to delete the extra spaces that you didn't use. That is okay as far as deleting. Just don't delete any of the actual content. So once you've finished your transcription, that's of course a large portion of this assignment. The next part is equally as important though. The discussion part is going to be in a paragraph or two. I want you to discuss what speech errors you heard Liam use. Now, Liam is 3. There are going to be some phonological processes that he still uses that are age appropriate for him right now. However, whether they're appropriate or not appropriate, I just want you to identify what those errors are. You don't necessarily have to name the phonological process he's using, although that's a great way to practice, and you can see those in one of the I think the diacritic and suprasegmental PowerPoint has the list of phonological processes, but I'm just looking for the error sound, the target sound, the error word, and the target word. Okay, so 4 things. So for instance, let's say he replaced W for L. For example, instead of light, he said white. Okay, so the W for the L. That's all you need. But I want you to type it in sentences. So don't just list the errors in the phonemes. You do need to have all 4 of those parts though to receive credit, and I want you to provide at least 5 different error examples from the video that Liam uses. So find at least 5 words that he has an error in, and then tell me what the error was, what the target phoneme was, what the target word was, and then what word he actually used, okay? And you'll just type it in a discussion paragraph or 2. And then the grading rubric is the last part. You'll see here information about an overall description of what would be an outstanding transcription project with points approximately 90 to 100. A good transcription would be about 80 to 89 points. You can see if you are missing if you understand most of IPA, but you do have some errors, or you have difficulty understanding a specific vowel or consonant, if you're missing a couple parts of the mechanics, like an utterance is missing, like you missed a whole sentence that was said, you didn't bold the speaker's titles, there are no lines over the diphthongs, or no diphthongs at all, you'll see these are going to deduct points. For a fair grade, you're going to have 70 to 79, and then poor is anything 69 and below. Remember, it's a total of 100 points. If I know and I can tell that you're using an IPA transcription website, know that I have been lenient on quizzes. However, I will reduce your grade or possibly give a 0 out of 100 for this assignment. This is your way of testing your knowledge. It's not a way of testing what the IPA websites understand. This is something that you guys are going to use in clinic. It's imperative that you guys learn this, and it is hard stuff. I get that, but you have to practice to make improvements. This is not something that you just pick up like that. You have to continually practice. Okay. You'll see here, basically every 5 IPA errors that you have, I know that you're going to have errors, and that's okay, but I want you to try your hardest. For every 5 errors, 1 point is going to be deducted, and you can kind of see that here. And of course, if there's more than 50 errors, I'll continue to add additional deductions of points. Here you will see how points get deducted. And then the total amount out of 100, I'll list that here. I will provide information about when you submit your assignment. There's also a spot for me to provide some feedback. That's where you're going to see feedback about your grade in addition to the grade book. And that is it for this assignment. So 2 big things. One, you are making sure you're transcribing. I'm going to go back up. So you are transcribing everything that is said, and then you are also going through and doing the discussion, talking about what errors you saw, okay? If you have any questions regarding how this is going to work, feel free to get a hold of me through hopefully a discussion board, because if you have a question, surely someone else does. We will also have a live Q&A / transcription practice this Thursday. If you did not hear about that, it is Thursday the 4th at 8 p.m. It'll be through a Zoom conferencing app, so you can join us via your computer, your laptop, your computer, your tablet or iPad, or your phone. It's through the Zoom conferencing app, and I'll put that link up on Thursday morning. If you have any questions, I will put a discussion board specifically about the transcription project, so feel free to ask. This is due next week. Please note, this is going to be a very difficult assignment. I'm not going to lie. It is a challenging assignment. It is going to take a while to complete, so please don't wait until Friday night. You will not finish it. Please make sure you are taking the time. That is why I will make sure to get all the quizzes to you by Monday at the latest, because I want you to have that feedback. I did extend the deadline for the quiz 3 retake and the quiz 4 deadline. You have until Saturday. My goal is to make sure you get feedback, like all the grades are in Sunday, and then feedback either comes Sunday or Monday morning at the latest, so you have time for that. If you have any questions, again, feel free to ask me on the discussion board, and I will be happy to answer them, as long as you're not asking what is being said in the video. Part of this challenge is you really have to listen to what is being said. There is one part which I will talk about in the discussion board that is a little bit difficult to understand what he's saying. You're just going to try your best, and I'll be lenient with that grading portion. It's something to do with a fireman or a fire truck. There's a little instance there, but otherwise, you are trying to decide what is being said and transcribe what you're hearing as best you can. Okay, good luck, you guys. Enjoy this activity. It's kind of a fun. Liam's making up a song about a T-Rex, so maybe that will lighten the mood a little bit with the assignment. Good luck, and I'm happy to answer any questions. Thanks.